Welcome back to the World Championship Series Europe round of 16, Group D, our final day of the 2014 World Championship Series Europe season. It has been a terrific 3 seasons throughout 2014, and Season 3 has been no different. Tonight has been no different either. 2 very quick games from 4GG. Takes down his teammate in the last game, but Dayshi's got another chance now as he goes up against MC. Before we get to that match, we're going to talk to Kalaris in just a moment, but let's check in with the bracket. If you did miss the games earlier on, you missed a bit of a monster PvP, it has to be said. MC versus Stardust was a great game, one for the ages. Stardust coming through as the defending champion. He now takes on 4GG in the upper bracket final for the first place in Group D, the 7th position in our round of 8. The lower bracket now has MC versus Dayshi. A quick reminder for you as well, if you are watching right now, tell your friends everywhere. We will be doing the draw for the quarterfinal, the round of 8, at the very end of tonight's show. So you'll find out exactly who's playing who from all of the players who have taken part in round of 16. Kalaris, very, very highly efficient from 4GG.
Yeah, that's how he does TvT. It's pretty good.
Let's move on to the next game, because there is nothing else to say about that game. Dayshi now has an opportunity to redeem himself, but it doesn't get any easier. He's now got a former GSL champion, a former WCS Europe champion, man who's won more money in StarCraft 2 than any other player on planet Earth, and he's got to win 2 games against him to go through. So, and that's just to stay in WCS round of 16, never mind get through the round. So this is a tall order for the Frenchman, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. He's actually got the worst end of the draw, I feel, with having to deal with 4GG in his first round, and now he gets put with, well, he got put with one of the Protoss, right? It's either MC or Stardust. Gets MC. MC is the guy here that is the Protoss with the most ridiculous win rate in this matchup. It's actually his best matchup in 2014, definitively. In WCS, 17-3. The only 3 he's lost to this year in WCS system is...
Wait. I want to build this up. I want to build this up because... Hold on to your chairs at home. The only 3 Terrans MC has ever lost to are...
Flash, Tasia, and Innovation in this year in WCS. So he's kind of good in the matchup.
Yeah, he is. He's ridiculously good. Are there any slivers of hope? I mean, I'm stabbing in the dark a little bit, but are there anything that you can see for Dayshi to kind of... Hold on, does he do something crazy? Does he go some cheese maybe early on? Or does he play for the longer? What does he do?
Slivers of hope is that Dayshi can be a wildfire when it comes to this matchup. He sometimes incorporates things that are a little bit interesting, sometimes that aren't exactly everybody's style, aren't everybody's cup of tea, which is cool to watch, definitely. But I don't know. I mean, we use the full package quite a lot, and MC certainly is that in this matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. Map veto's on the way. Let's find out whether we go for a relatively standard set of 3 maps. The most popular, of course, Overgrowth and King Sejong Station, the 2 most picked maps so far in the World Championship Series Season 3. The 3rd most popular is Merry-Go-Round, and Nimbus not far behind it. But Foxtrot, Deadwing and Catalina not being the most popular throughout this season. It's funny, isn't it? Because we introduce these new maps, or Blizzard do, and sometimes it takes a season or 2 for them to come through. I remember we go all the way back to Frost being one of the new maps, and virtually no one played it at all. And then within 3 seasons, it was the most popular match.
Yeah, it became a staple. It did become a staple. That being said, though, with the end of this season comes a whole entirely new, interesting season.
Which has got old maps.
Because we don't have WCS season,
Kalaris.
So why not mess around, I guess.
Kalaris.
Yes.
Ohana means family.
Oh... I wanted Incineration Zone in there.
Really? Oh my goodness!
I will be
very happy if Habitation comes back, because by the time I'd played that for about 3 months, I was actually very happy with some funky builds on that gold. It was very nice.
There was some interesting ones. Yeah,
some very good stuff for the Terrans. So we've lost Catalina, we've lost Foxtrot, and we've lost Nimbus.
Nobody. I'm never surprised if Foxtrot Lighter ends up going away. Nobody really wants to play too much on that. Overgrowth leaving.
Well, I mean, Dayshi said he doesn't particularly enjoy it.
Yeah.
Which so we're not really surprised to see. I think he did veto it against 4GG as well, so maybe not that much of a surprise. Deadwing for MC. Are we going King Sejong or merry-go-round? Okay, so merry-go-round second.
Merry-go-round. Not surprised too much by that. Again, third base being quite difficult for Protoss to really hold on to. But again, it's MC. He can bring a lot to the table. He is that all-round package. He's the guy that just happily will throw down 2 base and just completely go straight at you. He has a lot of tricks, Yeah,
he certainly does. So it was a nice little hug from the two of them there. It was a friendly hug. You saw Dayshi keeping up his spirits at the end of the game. He was, he was taunting 4GG a little bit at the start of the game, all in fun, of course. And then at the end, kind of OMG. It's
got to go with it, man.
20-0. I mean, there's not much more he can do in that scenario, is there, other than sort of bow out with good grace?
Yeah, definitely. And it's always nice to see a little bit of banter between them. And Dayshi's a good sport as well, so it's nice to see.
MC, on the other hand, let's talk about him for a little bit, because we haven't really talked about him in this matchup. We just sort of accept that he's going to go through, and that's the way this is going to go. But if he loses this, what does that do to him? I mean, he's through to BlizzCon, so that's safe, that's fine.
Yeah.
But he won't want to go out of WCS Europe at the round of 16 for the first ever time. It's never happened to him before. He's always made at least the round of 8, and that's actually his worst
and that was
result last season.
Yeah.
Exactly. So he won't want to stop that. He'll want to keep going through. And we heard earlier from Apollo saying he's still super motivated. He loves his cash. He wants to make as much money as he possibly can. And should he win this season, he would actually be man to win $500,000 in StarCraft 2. He likes those records.
Yeah, he does. He was already setting them way before anybody else, and he'll keep setting them the same way again here. As all in all, it was, there was second place, first place, round of 8, then round of 16. I don't think MC
that's a pattern he will not want to happen, is it? Because you've seen that with some other players where they've, Vortex, for instance, who had that crazy run of, round of 16, round of 8, round of 4, and we were like, oh, okay, so final next, and then he went back to round of 8, and then back to round of 16, so it's gone the opposite way for him. And I know MC not a fan of that pattern, that's for sure.
No, not at all. Not at all. But I don't think it's going to continue. I feel very strongly that the 2 Protoss here are probably going to go through. Even with 4GG looking good in this first series, we haven't seen him run up against a Protoss just yet. And the 2 Protoss that are Terran killers.
Just before we go to the commentary team, how's your fantasy team doing?
Pick Stardust. I'm currently around 130, so I'm not doing too badly. There's like 5,000 some people. I'm taking solace in the fact that there's a few people behind me, but Sean's quite a way ahead.
He's doing really well, and the amazing thing is he actually missed 2 matches.
Did he? Did he actually?
Yeah, he's only played 24, whereas you could actually have played 26, and I think he would have been top, so he's sort of stuck himself.
I still think he should be top after that one anyway. I found out this morning that he was third, and lovely. Sent him a little bit of a tweet, and he got robbed, man. He got robbed.
He did. Yeah, we'll see how it pans out at the end of the season. If you want to play, you can still play, but there's very limited spaces now and very limited time, of course, because we're at the end of the season. So, unfortunately, it's not really the best time to do it. But if you want to check it out, it's fantasy.eslgaming.com. We are going to head over to the commentary team. Don't forget you can interact with us via all the usual social media channels, but we love to see your tweets, so make sure you use the hashtag #WCS. Time for our lower bracket game. The loser goes home with just an empty pair of hands from the round of 16 and a nice bit of cash. But they're not interested in the money, trust me. They want glory, and MC is the man who wants it all. Let's see if he can make it through to the lower bracket final and the round of 8 with your commentary team of Hasselhobbs and Apollo.
Thank you very much, Red Eye and Kalaris, and welcome over here to the commentary desk. Okay, first question, I just have to ask it right away. I didn't know. Can Dayshi beat MC?
Yes, I would say so.
Why? What does he have inside to be able to do this? Does he have tricks? Does he have the skill?
I think he has
strategy.
The skill. Yeah, he has the skill. When I was talking about the group, somehow I had the feeling that actually Dayshi has a better shot against the 2 Korean Protosses than 4GG. Maybe I'm completely wrong with that, but it was just somehow a feeling I had when I was thinking about how the games might go. I think like Dayshi has definitely a shot of beating either MC or Stardust. And I mean, his record against none of them is really good, so.
Yeah, and again, 0-2 versus another player here. He played MC at Home Story Cup earlier this year. He played him in group stage, lost 1 game to 2, and then played him again in the semi-finals, which kept away Dayshi from the finals. 1 game to 3 in favor of MC.
Bostos is tired.
Bostos is tired. Maybe that can be his weakness here. Maybe. But MC, of course, a champion of the WCS, is a 3-time finalist of the Europe Premier League. Had that one slip-up last season where he finished top 8. Can we even call that a slip-up to finish top 8 in the WCS Premier League? For his standards, maybe we can, but for everyone else, that's a great result, MC. But here we are, game number 1 of the low bracket. One player will be eliminated within the next half an hour or so. Down here to the bottom right-hand side is the red Protoss player. It's MC. Fighting weirdly to say for his tournament life here in the lower bracket against the player up here to the top left. Playing for Team Millennium as the blue Terran player. It's Dayshi. So before we get into this, talk to me about Dayshi's style, Terran versus Protoss. How does he play it? What does he like? What doesn't he like?
He likes to drop. He likes to doom drop you. He also has very good macro, but sometimes he's slipping up his micro with the Ghost Viking, like the later compositions when you have Bio, Medivac, Ghost Viking. He definitely slips up there. So I think he wants to have an advantage early on.
Yeah.
Maybe in the mid game with drops maybe, or something, some kind of a run by where you drop and attack at the same times. That's where he really excels himself. And MC, I mean, this is Deadwing as the first map, which is a 4-player map. It's very hard to scout each other, and it could be that MC is going to be very, very aggressive as well. Like,
well, that's
wouldn't take it away. Yeah.
Kind of tendency, isn't it, to be you know, overly aggressive to some points. I mean, he's been quoted before in past interviews that he's lost games and tournaments because he's overly aggressive and too eager to take fights that weren't in his favor.
CC first.
Yeah, so obviously a good opening here for Dayshi to be able to go for that command center very, very early on. Going to be very good for his economy and setup, but he will be scouted easily in this game. He will get spotted before a Marine is out, and MC can start to build a plan here. But MC, what do you think we'll see from MC today? He's used a lot of different strategies over the years and months here, but he's always had one style, which is obviously aggression, control, and just being in your face as a type of player. I
mean, it's almost unpredictable what kind of aggression he's throwing at you. As I said, I think in one of the casts the last days, I remember the game on Merry-Go, and he was proxying a Stargate, getting 3 Void Rays waiting. I think it was against Flash. Flash was moving out of his base, then the Void Rays flying in, killing every add-on.
Yeah, that's such a weird game.
You never see other Protoss doing it, and if they do, it's not going to work. But for MC, it's working. So it's almost impossible to predict what kind of aggression he will throw at you.
Well, MC's going to poke in here, and we'll see. Obviously, that he's playing against Command Center first, and can start to think a little bit more in depth about what his choices will be for the later part of this game.
Very quick Nexus after he scouted the CC. Before he started anything else, it was the Nexus into the Mothership core and then a second gas. No Warp Gate, no Stalker, no Sentry yet. So, yeah, he takes the greedy as well. I mean, after you scout the CC first and you didn't have a 1-base planned already, like the setup for a 1-base or any kind of proxy stuff, you can be very greedy as well by yourself. Because the Terran can't really move out for a while.
Well, Dayshi's SCV is actually hiding in just anticipation of the Stalker / Mothership core to be out here. Oh, is he? What the hell is this?
It's a barracks? It's a barracks, right? So
he's adding on another one back at home as well, so he's gone up to a total of 4 barracks
I think this is TLO against Idra.
Oh my god, welcome back to 2010, everybody.
Like mass barracks.
This is Zelnaga Caverns here. What is... Whoa, Day Show.
You know the problem with that? There is a Stargate on the way, and if Dayshi walks across the map, it takes him ages to be on the Protoss side, and the Oracle flies over pretty quickly and will kill a lot of SCVs, and Daishi's getting 2 gases with this.
So,
what is the barracks doing over there? Is it... Maybe is it a scout?
No. No.
But you think he will build Marines out of that?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Tell us, Funka. What is this about?
Observer. Funka.
It is to scout.
It's a scouting barracks.
Wow. Can't believe this. This guy.
Okay. I mean, technically...
MC's like, what?
MC's going to be like, okay.
He thought it's a factory. He was starting the robo right away.
He's like, wait, what? Okay, Dayshi. Fair enough. Okay, and Dayshi has spotted the Oracle through this, saw the Stargate as well. Is this, I mean, technically this works out cheaper than a mule, surely. I mean, one scan in the middle of the base may not see it, but the barracks is going to see everything for a long time. So
I wanted to point it out as
here-
well, yeah. Because Terrans keep saying, scans are so important and so
Yeah.
expensive. If I throw one down and I don't see it, I'm so far behind. But Dayshi is like, okay, I don't need to scan. I will use the barracks. And that's pretty smart because the Protoss has almost no anti-air in the early game. There's
Yeah.
like one Stalker, one
Yep.
Sentry. They don't have the DPS to kill a barracks before it scouted everything. And he saw the Robo and
Yep.
the Stargate.
So brilliant pickup there from Dayshi, and he kind of neglects the Oracle here. The Oracle shouldn't really be able to pick up any SCVs in this game, and that's obviously very, very good for Dayshi. The Oracle still has other uses though. Can reveal the army once it moves out, so MC knows the positioning of Dayshi's army, where it is at all points, if it's going to pick up by a medevac or not.
Yeah. That's
but
when you want to use the revelation. When the first
Yeah.
two medevacs are out and the Terran is pushing across the map, you want to stamp them to see what kind of medevacs or what way the medevacs are going, if they want to drop or just walking around. He also got a very good scout of the factory and the starport, so he knows exactly the timing of these buildings. And what is his follow-up? Yeah, it's just going to be Colossus. He even adds an Immortal in the mix. That's very typical for MC. Even a second one, yeah. He loves to do that. Having the very strong firepower of the Immortals in the back of like charge lot, sentries and stuff.
Yeah, he's very fond of his Immortals being added into the mix. And that revelation, unfortunately for Dayshi, that single, or that pair of Marines also, 4 of them there, have revealed the extra barracks here. So that's actually a very nice scout from MC. Not only does he have the army, but he also sees the 4th and 5th barracks. And what that indicates to MC is that Dayshi is going to be quite aggressive. He's going to be looking for opportunities here, capitalizing on weaknesses or out of position Protoss armies. And MC in retaliation decides to throw down additional gateways himself here.
Yeah, it's hard
That's a lot as well.
to caught someone out of position that is not taking a third Nexus for a while, and that's usually what MC does. He will stay on 2 bases for a while now and pump out a lot of units. And usually this kind of move out that Dayshi is doing right now is what MC loves to crush. He's going to crush the army and he's going for a strong counterattack. So Dayshi needs to be very, very careful with this.
Yeah, he's got no idea what's really going on at this point. He doesn't know the additional gateways, the army value itself, because there are, like you said, a couple of Immortals in there.
Yeah.
There's 5 or 4
strong.
sentries with a lot of force fields here. And there's no medivacs. Like a simple mistake from Dayshi here, and he stims forward with a single Marine, and that's just enough to say, get out.
Oh, Oracle gets very low there.
Another revelation onto that army, though. There's the eyes of MC. Top of that again.
MC gets nothing but units, no probes for a while. He's moving out with a small force and the probe in addition. Will he be aggressive with that?
I mean, he's got no forges.
Yeah.
He's got no third, and he's actually escaped with a probe now to the left-hand side. So is he just, as you said, looking to catch this army, then jump on the other side of the map immediately? Or does he have maybe intention to just maybe slowing the game down for now and then looking for an expansion later? But
he's taking an aggressive position on the map already, and because he was able to use Revelation on the army, he knows exactly where the Terran is right now, and he is keeping track of the medivacs, which is also important if you move out that early in the phase.
well,
and
no
MC's
Vikings at all. I mean, there's 6 medivacs.
He's actually sneaking around. Now they see each other. Dayshi should go for it. Stim and go for it, or load in and go for it.
Oh my gosh, MC's just going to go for this attack here on the other side. There is nothing on the other side for
No,
MC.
Dayshi, go.
Dayshi, what are you doing, man?
Don't be AFK with your army in the middle of the map.
Okay, he's coming back. He is coming back. But right now, there's no bunkers. There's a couple of Widow Mines. There is no Observer, so maybe these Widow Mines could get some damage done. But MC's going to walk forward here. One Stalker gets shut down immediately on that left-hand side from the Marauders. And Dayshi's main force right behind this. The Mothership core spots it and is dead instantly.
So there's no
MC's
recall.
going to be very careful here. If he loses his entire army, 2 forces on the left-hand side, 3, 4, 5 down to the bottom. And this looks pretty decently set up for MC for the first part of it. But how long until everything in the front gets blown up?
The Widow Mines are close, and they're getting actually the shot of the Immortals exploding. Only the Colossus are alive. And because MC lost the Mothership core, there was no time up or recall.
26 SCVs were killed in that, but MC lost his entire army.
There's the third CC, though.
29 workers to 47. Another Colossus is out. There's only a single Viking currently with this. And obviously off the back of all these gateways.
Yeah, and 1-1 upgrades. Funka pointing it out there. MC is still lacking the forges. He's getting a Twilight Council now, but he's down 2 upgrades. I think there's a single Colossus at his natural, and he's warping in a few sentries. He needs Blink or Charge. And Dayshi is playing a beautiful follow-up. He's He's on track of his upgrades. He's getting +2 attack right now. His third CC will be able to drop mules and triple SCV production. So he will eventually catch up in the economy.
No observer means these Widowmines can plant themselves nicely at the front here. And there comes the attack from MC, the defense more so from MC. And he does clean up the front line.
Good shot there.
Widowmine, yeah, brings 5 or 6 of those Zealots down to the yellow hit points. But the defense is good enough here. I mean, he can't really get to the Colossus. There's 2 of them, and there's no Vikings.
Yeah, I would even argue that Dayshi doesn't need to be too aggressive right now.
Yeah.
He's in a solid position. 2-2 on the way. Against someone who doesn't have a single forge, just stick around with your medivacs. If the Protoss moves off, you fly in.
But can he identify that, though? I mean, like we've said before, it's easy for a commentator to be able to say this for Dayshi.
So far, he didn't see anything, but he has... I mean, he cleaned up the whole army, and usually if the Terran cleans up the whole army and has a third CC behind it, they should feel in a at least decent position, I would say. And he's checking the upgrades. I mean, every good player does that. They are clicking on the units and see, hey, it's still 0-0.
This is good. This is, I mean, can be very, very good here for Dayshi. The only thing that can, you know, present a threat here is the Colossus, but if he has enough Vikings. And currently he's at 3, and he has, you know, the possibility to be building 4 here at a time, as we can see. So 4 at a time, you push yourself up to 12, maybe 16 if you want to make sure for sure that you get rid of these. Third base coming in for Dayshi, and he has decided to put on the brakes, and I think he may have identified the position he's in.
MC right now ahead 20 supply, and that's so typical for him as well. Such a late third Nexus at minute 16, and the forges as well. This is like whenever we try to analyze MC's style, it's so hard to make it work. It's only a single forge, by the way, so far.
Yeah, this clear opportunity for a timing from Dayshi.
Yeah, definitely.
Once 2-2 hits, just good Viking count, 2-2 upgrades, and give it a good whack.
Maybe even pulling the SCVs. That's a tough decision you have to make, but 2-2 with, as you mentioned, around 12 to 16 Vikings is an extremely strong army, and if you have the buffer of the SCVs, you might be able to kill the Protoss right away.
What do you think about the high Zealot count here from MC? It's 26.
That's nice. That's very nice for him. Does he have charge, though? Is it ready?
It's on the way.
It's on the way, so...
But likewise, it's Dayshi who's completed +2 attack and a blink forward there. And the fight's going to take place in the middle of the map here. The Colossus are getting tugged down immediately from these Viking, but there are a lot of Zealots right now. If only they had that charge upgraders. Dayshi has to kite backwards, and out of 3 Colossus that were there, against 8 or so Vikings, 2 of them still survive, and Dayshi's being chased back, and with Zealot charge on the way, a couple of units getting tagged on the other side of the map as well, unfortunately, but MC's chasing him down.
Even +3 attack started for Dayshi. He needs to be careful that he doesn't spend too much into his upgrades, but I would think it's a fine, especially after the scan now. He knows exactly where he's at. Just build more units and make sure you're in a good position, because the fight he took wasn't perfect, especially because the Vikings were spreading their fire onto 2 different Colossus. One of them were fallen, but the other one was still alive.
Charge is about to finish up here for MC in about 30 seconds time, but Dayshi still has 2 upgrades. He's got a pretty decent defensive position up on the high ground. He's more exposed and vulnerable down here on the low grounds.
Don't move out.
And he goes for the Mothership Core immediately. Oh! Just about gets away. A couple of rocket fires.
The rockets are following the Mothership. Do they still land? I don't know. No, it doesn't look like it.
And MC finds himself allowed to complete 1 armor upgrade in a couple of seconds here, but Dayshi still with a clear opportunity to win this game, surprisingly, to a lot of people watching this one, expecting Dayshi to be the clear favorite for last in this group.
And just now, minute 19, MC finished his first set of upgrade, and that's the army one. Dayshi with a huge control mistake on his Vikings.
Third one almost gone.
As I mentioned earlier, sometimes he slips with his micro there. 2 Vikings for free, the third one is very damaged, and he needs every single Viking to kill the Colossus right now.
Yeah, MC's army is really, really big. He's got a lot of Zealots, and they're all charged up. 3 drops to the main base, though. MC's not expecting this. He's expecting the frontal attack here, as we've been describing for the majority of this, so he will be surprised as the drop enters his main base. The Forge is exposed. Getting that +2 armor is going to be pretty big here. It's going to get turned off.
And the Templar Archives, more importantly, both structures should fall here if Dayshi does focus fire correctly, and there we go.
Great pickup there by Dayshi. MC was not expecting that, and also a frontal attack here is going to take shape on this third expansion for MC, and the Colossus will get tugged down, but still they don't die so fast. 3 more Vikings come in, one of them goes down. Is Dayshi going to do this? He's got a supply lead right now. He's splitting his units. I don't understand how these Colossus keep on surviving in these fights, but another one survives, dealing out so much damage here. but MC is down in supply. The upgrades are superior. The last Colossus will go down. And Dayshi's dropping from the main base to the National. He's broken the third. He's pushing up to the third right now. And Dayshi, against all odds in this group, is looking at taking the map number one away.
MC has so much units, but they are pretty much...
They're just
not useless, but they're not good enough right now to fight against the Terran because he's only on 1 armor. He lost every single important tech structure. He can't even warp in Stalkers anymore because the Cyber Core did fall.
He's lost the Templar Archives, he's lost robotic facilities, simply on Zealot production.
Yeah.
Just Zealots.
Yeah. And Zealots won't cut it at all at this point anymore.
Yeah.
Dayshi has to be a little bit careful with the army in the middle of the map, I believe, because everything is pretty injured, but obviously there are no Blink Stalkers, so he can't be chased down, so I believe it's okay to sit there for now.
And to stim forward to the third base here, a couple of units left here, but with +3 attack on this Bioforce, they deal out so much damage here. And this isn't even the main army of Dayshi, this is just what's left over from the previous fight. The main army's charging through the center of the map right now, and as you can see, Dayshi's kiting excellently against these Zealots. He's wearing them down one by one, and MC's about to drop below 100 supply here. And with Dayshi's reinforcements of the main army coming his way, Dayshi's gonna take map number 1 here. This is such a big win for him, and it's a good confidence boost because it simply tells him, actually, I can do this. I can actually compete in this group.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all. I was thinking that he has definitely a shot against MC or Stardust, and he's showing a really good game here. Just some small mistakes by him, and I have to say, after the very first attack of MC, I think he was pretty far behind. I mean, as a Protoss, losing all the important gas units, Sentries, Colossus, Stalkers, not having the Mothership Core in the fight for either Time Warp or a recall. And he's oh my god.
He's calling down mules against the Season 1 champion, against the boss toss here. And he's got to drop inside the main base. He knows his game's over. He's saying, get out, GG. Dayshi takes map number 1.
Do you want to make
against MC?
Do you want to make the boss toss angry in the first map?
I know. I was like, that was like traditionally there. You'd be like, whoa, yeah, that's so epic. He's calling that. You'd be like, oh my god, he just did that versus MC.
He's going to show the second and third map no mercy at all after this mule drop in the end.
And 4GG goes over there and just says, bloody hell, mate, well done.
Yeah, well done.
Well done. Brilliant game. Hopefully continue this in the next one. And of course, probably saying a couple of mistakes as you highlighted out for sure. Currently likes to, feeling his face a little bit. I guess he is looking a little bit red.
I think he's pretty warm right now.
Yeah.
Like the lights and the stress and the headset.
And the fact that he just called down mules against the boss toss.
But yeah, so once he decided to drop with 3 medevacs and attack at the same time, that's exactly what I was pointing out. He knows how to do that stuff, and MC was totally out of position in the main base. He was sending back a lot of Zealots and Archons, but by the time they arrived, the Forge was gone, the Twilight Council, the Cyber Core, the Templar Archives, everything was basically dead already, so there wasn't really that much to save anymore, while he was also kind of falling apart at this third. I mean, he defended the attack for a while, but just didn't have the reinforcements anymore.
Wow, what a game to start us off here in the low bracket between these two. Is Dayshi, as they call him in France, going to be able to pull this one off? It would be a massive, massive result, of course. I mean, to be fair, Dayshi's had his fair share of results this year. And he's played some excellent series, whether they've been wins or losses. He beat Armani at Home Story Cup. He also went on to beat Bomber in the quarterfinals at Home Story Cup, 3 games to 2. A massive, massive record there for Dayshi to be able to do that. And MC's, of course, had his fair share of losses over the years, but this one would stand out. Round of 16, if he was getting eliminated here. Round of 8 last season, round of 16 this one. And to lose here to Dayshi, I don't think he would like that on his record. But anyway, we'll see. Down here to the bottom left-hand side is the red Protoss player. It's MC. The Season 1 champion of this year. 2-time second place last year in Season 2 and Season 3. Up here to the top right-hand side, who's never been to the round of 8 before, as the blue Terran player playing for Team Millennium. It's Dayshi. And this is a decent second map here to land on when you 1-0 up against MC.
It was his pick, right? I think
it was,
MC picked Deadwing, and then it was followed up by Dayshi on Merry-Go. And the third map, don't get me wrong, I think it's King Sejong, right? Yeah.
And funny enough, because we landed on this map because Dayshi vetoed out Overgrowth instead of Deadwing here.
For the second time, in the first best of 3, he also did that. So he really likes, or he dislikes Overgrowth, it seems. So MC scouting quite early once again after the 13 gateway. On Merry-Go, you want to find out if they take the gas, if it's 1 reg CC, something like this. CC4 first, like on the last map, you really want to know what you're up against, especially if you're down 1-0. And he will find it out very quickly because he's going through the right way. And we'll see the gas, obviously.
And what's the first couple of things that MC is going to be thinking about here? Is he going to be like, God, you tried to finish this one early, didn't you? Or is he like, all right, that's fine, you're going to do this. My response is going to be this.
I mean, first of all, you know it's going to be a Reaper, right? And then you have to kind of figure out if they want to follow it up with a factory. So maybe you try to hide the probe somewhere around the Terran base, try to drive in once more, or you just be careful anyways, get your robo at the standard timing. Yeah, that's the things you wanna do at least.
Okay.
So he gets the Zealot right now because he saw the SCV leaving. He's a little bit afraid of an eBay block.
And Dayshi has pulled a couple of guys out of gas now as well, so the command center will go down. And Reactor, and of course, the focus on mineral income for those extra barracks here.
Yeah.
Is MC going to play a trick here? I mean, play a trick. Obviously, can be a very open question there. But do you think he plays a Stargate or Twilight Council? Does he just play very standard with the robotics facility? I mean, MC is, like you said, capable of anything here.
The Stargate had almost no effect on last game, right? The Oracle was shut down pretty early on, and with Revelation, he wasn't really able to catch the army of Dayshi, even though he knew exactly where it was, but he didn't have Blink, so it's very hard to chase down the Terran army with the Afterburner and Stimpack. They can run away if they want to, so didn't really help him too much. So I believe we don't see a Stargate again, I would call it, but maybe Blink, because MC has he's very decisive with his Blink attacks. And on Merry-Go-Round, you can definitely make it work. And he gets the second scout with his probe, which is so important for him right now.
Yeah, knows the difference between the barracks or factory follow-up here. Obviously, factory requiring observers or some form of detection, of course, if there's going to be Widowmine play, or just units if it's going to be Hellion play, or whatever the case. He knows that it's just going to be regular barracks play. So the only thing on MC's mind right now is, obviously, where is that Reaper? Is it going to poke in again? But secondly, okay, there could be a push out, but not soon.
So there is the Twilight Council, and I think we will see Blink. It's not the fastest Twilight Council. He delayed it for a little bit to get the second Stalker out first, to deny the Reaper Scout, which actually jumps in right now, but will be denied. Good job there by MC, and a little bit unlucky for Dayshi. Not getting any information right now. Seeing the second Stalker doesn't help you at all, because if the Protoss plays 100% safe, they get 3 Stalkers anyways. So will he drop his scan is the question once he has the 50 energy. Actually, he has a scan in the natural right now if he wants to. Could use it, and there we go. What does he see?
Always misses it. Misses it.
Just on the edge.
Misses it.
Oh no. Blink starts.
1 pixel to the left. He would have spotted it there, and very unfortunate there.
And the Stalkers are actually... Where are the units? They're all in the main base.
Ooh.
Preparing for a Stargate there.
1 SCV.
MC's a little bit careful, just in case they have concussive shell, these Marauders.
1 SCV, though, better than 0 SCVs. And now Blink, and a couple of extra gateways here. So total of 3.
Will it be a full commitment? Will it be 6 or 7 gates? He's on 4 right now. How much eco does he still produce is the question. He's still getting 2 probes at a time, but there's the possibility that he stops probe production and adds a few more gateways behind his natural, for example.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's seen that there's no bunker. He knows that Dayshi's playing kind of overall safe because of units in the main base of Oracle, per se.
That's a very good point. There is no bunker, and I have, like, 4GG should have a word with him after this. If he dies to any kind of attacks now, because not having a bunker at the natural is, you don't play like that. Not against MC. Against a Protoss that likes to be so aggressive, that's just a risk you shouldn't take. It's just going to be 4 gates, though, so...
The units are very spread apart from each other, though, for Dayshi. There's 6 Marines on the main base and 2 Marauders. Then there's just the 3 at the front. And Blink is not very far away from finishing. 3 extra Stalkers coming in here. Stim is 30 seconds, but this attack will take place before that. But fair play to Dayshi. He's got a lot of units out.
Yeah, he built a lot of units, yeah. I mean, it was 3 wrecks before the factory. MC did scout that, and they were actually...
lost the Stalker there straight away.
Link was not finished yet. Good time warp, though. Beautiful time warp, actually. He's getting such a good surface area. Has to be careful, though. A lot of Marauders in the mix.
Yeah, a lot of Marauders and a lot of Stalkers all going down here. Pretty decent micro from Dayshi, kind of targeting down these weak ones, but their stim completes as well, and MC's army's gone just like that. There was, you know, a good 12 Stalkers and even more going down.
Oh my god. Even with a very good time warp, MC kind of misread the situation and kept fighting.
Of course, Dayshi did lose a lot of units there himself. He isn't on top of building the starporters. He's just trying to get Widow Mines out not to die to this. A bunker's being made, 2 bunkers. There are 2 Marauders and a couple of Marines here, so he's going to have to pull some SCVs to help buffer a little bit for this, I would imagine.
I bet MC would have loved to maintain a few more Stalkers after the very first engagement. Was a little bit over-eager there. I think there was a time where he could pull a little bit back, wait for the next warp-in, and then chase down the Terran army. Now, Dayshi has the time to get up the bunker, and MC is already throwing down a robo, getting sentries at home, and that's usually the signature of, okay, I'm not going to kill you anymore. Obviously, the Terran doesn't know, but MC's eco behind this is pretty good as well. It's 50 against 40 right now. Good
economy from MC, but he needs time. I mean, if we were to see Dayshi push out very shortly here, the medivacs are not that far away from entering this game. Currently, MC has 2 sentries, 2 zealots, and no stalkers left over. He does have a photon overcharge, I guess. Does he try to squeeze out an immortal now to make sure he is safe against a push out?
I think Observer into immortal, given that it is MC. The Forge is in a very weird position, though. If the Terran actually pokes up the ramp, might be able to snipe it rather early. Robo Bay is on the way as well, so will be kind of similar style from what we saw as a follow-up as on the first map. The very fast third Nexus. That's interesting, given that he almost has no units on the map, as you mentioned. If the medivacs are going over right now.
They're on their way here, and there is no observer. I mean, no immortal. It was the second observer.
Okay.
First pylon's going to come down here for MC. He's building 2 more at home now.
It's going to be supply blocked for just a little bit, but the pylons are finishing. Okay, good job there.
Very risky with this third Nexus. Obviously, this is going to have massive rewards if it stays alive in this game and MC's able to hold on for the next 5 or so minutes, but Dayshi's got a lot of units. Dayshi's moving down. The first Colossus is in production. Bear in mind, there will be no thermal lance for it, so it could get targeted down quite easily by these Marauders. And MC is going to pick up the Widow Mine nice and easy at the front there.
You have to scout the third, though, Dayshi. There has to be 1 Marine to make sure that you see it.
A lot of units there. He sees.
He has to kill the third Nexus. He can't break him right now. MC has too much army.
Oh, he's going to load. And there's no top of an observer here. Remember, Blink is ready. MC is not on top of his game here. He didn't blink in immediately. A little bit late to the reactions there for MC. Definitely could have moved up and deflected that a little bit easier. He's got to be careful, though. Blink is still available on these medivacs. Targets down 1, jumps on the other, and that... He's actually going to get away there, but he cancels the third at the same time, so... Decent plays, but it could have gone worse for Dayshi for sure.
Yeah, and the third CC is up behind this. Dayshi is getting... I think it's the first upgrade. It's +1. Same for MC. MC is actually getting attack before armor here. Don't see that too often for a Protoss. Has to get out of the supply block 3 additional pylons and just building more and more units. Very typical for him as well. Getting a huge army, 3 additional sentries, for example. You don't see that too often in the later stages of PvT. And Dayshi, well, I think he should slow down a little bit, because he knows there's Colossus with thermal lance, there are Blink Stalkers, there's no reason. You just cancel the third, take it easy, take your own third, maybe try to scan for the observers, try to blind the Protoss a little bit on the map, and then try to get a lead with your upgrades, for example.
Do you reckon he decides to pull SCVs in this game?
Could be, could be a possibility. There's no second eBay or armory yet.
Yeah. I mean, he was a little bit late starting his Boston armor because he was a little bit aggressive.
Yeah.
We'll see. Well, I guess we'll have to keep tracks on that. He has a look, sees 2 Colossus and a lot of Zealots again.
No, you can't stim in there. Watch out. That's very, very dangerous. So many force fields available for MC.
And MC cuts off that left-hand side and takes the attack to the frontal one. And as you said, maybe not the best of fights there for Dayshi. He's going to have to back off, but he will get tracked by these Blink Stalkers. And Dayshi's still fighting, though, trying to dance off the edge of the thermal lance here for those Colossus. And there is the blink forward here, and MC is going to punish this movement out for sure. And as you can see, already a supply advantage in favor for the boss toss.
The next blink will probably snipe down 2 or 3 medivacs, I believe, if MC is going for it. Actually, yeah, just a single one. He was focusing them very, very late, but
MC's going for this now. Dayshi lost a lot there, and that wasn't the best of attacks for him.
He's chasing the medivacs on the left side. Few stalkers. Cooldown is ready, and he's getting a second meta. Ah! Actually, they all survived with 1 HP.
He tried to get all of them, but in the end got 0 there. But of course, the Colossus is a big, big threat here. There's no Vikings in this game. Marauders stim right to their death there. The Colossus bring these down immediately. There's 3 Colossus, there's no Vikings, there's 2 on that right-hand side, but there are still Blink Stalkers, no bunkers, minimal units, and Dayshi with 1 single attack activates the tenacity of the boss toss, which is just to counter whenever possible. We know that MC has the eye of the tiger when it comes to these type of scenarios, and he's going to go for it right now. And this is going to be a very difficult hold here for the Frenchman. And MC capitalizes on a mistake here from Dayshi. And MC is going to walk over this attack. He's just got to target down those Vikings, and these Colossus will live forever. A little bit slow on the target fire there, but still 2 Colossus survive, and Dayshi drops to 60 supply, and just like that, MC turns it around.
A very strong performance by the boss toss. Getting... Actually, he didn't caught him out of position. Dayshi wanted to fight him. He was spreading his army in the middle of the map and took the fight. He was stimming in, and MC like, okay, come at me, bro. I'm going to crush your army, and I'm going to end the game right after. So definitely not the right call there to go for a fight. But I mean, sometimes it's the right call. If MC, for example, didn't warp in 3 additional sentries, maybe you get close enough to get towards the Colossus, and maybe you snipe down one. Then the Protoss can't go for a counter. But in this scenario, just didn't work out, and yeah, MC equalizing the score here.
As MC knew would happen after that mule drop.
Yeah, he was angry. Like,
what do you think about MC's games today? You know, against Stardust and Dayshi, in comparison to what you normally see of MC. Are they
I definitely saw him stronger.
A little bit weaker.
A little bit weaker, I would say. It's not that he plays bad, not at all. But I think we all saw a stronger MC, like also in this year already, several times. I don't know if he's a bit tired or.
You know, MC's
very stressed.
The last event he attended was the Interstream Masters Toronto roughly 3 weeks ago, and since that time just been at home. Didn't go to DreamHack Moscow recently.
Yeah.
You know, played Flash, won, lost versus Life, then lost versus Flash. That was the last time that MC, you know, traveled. So he hasn't been anywhere recently.
So he had a lot of time.
And he also played the last group of the round of 32 as well. Was right at the end there, so played that roughly a week or so ago. But he's had a bit of time here. Dayshi, likewise, hasn't really been up to that much recently himself.
I mean, on the other hand, it's hard to say he looked bad. I mean, against Stardust, it came down to 1 single observer that it was in the control group, so it was flying like forward instead of like being behind this army. So it's hard to judge. But I think I saw him stronger already.
All right, the last map here. The loser of this single game on King Sejong Station will be eliminated from the round of 16 here. Up here to the top left is the red Protoss player. It's none other than our Season 1 champion of earlier this year, MC. I was not going to say round of 32. I definitely wasn't.
Not at all.
Not at all. And then down here to the bottom right-hand side, the blue Terran player, hailing from France, playing for Team Millennium, it's Dayshi.
And yeah, the second game, MC didn't forget about his mothership core at all. It was always around when he needed it for photon overcharge. He used 2 time warps in the very last fight. That maybe would have made the difference on the Deadwing game, having the mothership core either to retreat or to drop the time warps to take the fight in a little bit better position. He's dropping the gateway to block off the Reaper, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I mean, obviously in the later stages of the game with Medivacs, it's very easy for Terran to pick off the pylon and the gateway from the low ground. But for the early game, it's definitely a good thing.
Would you say this map is very Blink friendly? Blink openers?
Yeah, obviously. Blink is very good on this, yeah.
Could that push Dayshi into playing Factory this game to try and attempt Widowmine play or Hellion play before Blink can actually get working?
Definitely, yeah.
Especially considering he's played, you know, Barracks play for both other games here.
Definitely, that's definitely a choice, yeah. I was when I was talking to Walmu yesterday, he told me that King Sejong is he still thinks it's a very, very good Blink map. and it's hard for Terran to defend. You can do a lot of things. He was mentioning, for example, you attack the rocks with a few Stalkers, and then you run around with the others and try to jump in from the other side. Things like that. So it's definitely a possibility, but I mean, Dayshi had a lot of units when the blink attack came, and I believe if he has one bunker on the low ground and one bunker on the high ground, and he waits a little bit longer, maybe for the medivacs, he's in a good position.
Second Reaper.
Oh, and he blocks it. He blocks it. And this is going to be very annoying, especially with the second Reaper on the way.
And the probe's going to go in on the other side of the map for a follow-up scout as well while this is going on, and even gets a lot more hit points built there. The Reaper's coming in. Maybe he can get the probe kill there. Would be nice.
Mothership 4 is on the way. He has to be quick, though. He wants to chase away the Zealot at first. Second Reaper, I wonder...
It's going to get the probe there at the back.
Yeah, that's for sure.
MC didn't click. I was actually watching MC. He didn't click on the gas to see how much gas had actually been mined. He knew that there was obviously 2 Reapers, but didn't know anything more than that. We do see a reactor coming in off the back of this. An extra barracks being added on. Reaper going to jump out. Put 2 Reapers here. Be a bit of a nuisance. Going to make sure he can spot what MC's up to.
If he even drops a Nexus.
Yeah.
I mean, for now, there's still no Nexus on the natural. It was delayed for quite a while.
5-minute Nexus here.
There we see it finally.
Double Reaper action. One of them goes down, and the other's going to get in to have a quick look, and not really going to see anything
They
there,
were both
unfortunately.
fall, yeah. No, that was too early.
Yeah.
That was way too early scouted here for Dayshi. There was... should have waited like 30 seconds longer, so you either can verify is there a tech building, or maybe even both, like Nexus into tech building is what you could verify with 2 Reapers 30 seconds later. Right now, the only thing you could have scouted is, I don't know, like the lack of Nexus and maybe additional gateways, or yeah, a single tech structure in the back of his base. But yeah.
MC having a look on the left flank here in case there was a factory or something down there. Doesn't want to lose 20 easy builds coming out from Dayshi. Won't see anything though.
We saw MMA, I believe, was doing it in the round of 16 here.
Yeah, and especially with 4GG in Dayshi's ears, I'm sure MC is going to be thinking about potential 4GG builds that could have been passed down here.
Yeah, that's true.
Double Tech Labs here, double Marauder production. Stim now started as well. Units waypointed to the mirror line in protection of an Oracle, of course.
It's the same build order for Dayshi. He wants to be, once again, very, very aggressive with Stimpack. 3 barracks before factory, before starport. As you mentioned, 2 tech labs, so double Marauder production with a single reactor for the Marines. So he's going to be very, very aggressive once again. And MC splitting his units a little bit, a few Stalkers in the main, a few at the natural, just in case if there's a Widow Mine drop. So he's in position.
Yeah, I can't even imagine, you know, the intensity that Coach Real is going to be going through now, knowing that a map loss here would eliminate MC in the round of 16. So MC goes in as a quick scout, sees a bunker this time, an adaptation from the previous game for Dayshi.
So what is this kind of agreement? Like, they don't kill each other anymore? The probe is sitting there and the Terran's like, okay.
Don't zap me.
Oh. Got too close to the bunker there. He saw quite a lot of Marauders. He saw 1 Marauder chasing the probe, and 2 Marauders shooting out of the bunker. So I think if it made click for him that there are 3 barracks before anything else, could definitely be. He's adding up a Twilight Council in the Forge way earlier than the games we saw before, especially the Forge.
Yeah. And what are we going to see from MC here then? So he's going to start to add on extra gateways. Blink. No robotics bay
How many sentries?
yet at all. So he's going to be relying on units once again, which seems to be MC's favored style and choices here. He just likes to have a lot of stuff. But we are going to see Dayshi move out now. And he's got a decent amount of units, man.
But is this going to be successful? There's an Immortal on the way. We have 3 sentries and 200 energy on the Mothership core. So Time Warp plus Photon Cannon will be available. I don't know if that is going to work out for Dayshi.
Well, MC has a good scout on this, of course, the Observer. 1 Stim Marine forward. And that gets picked off immediately here. MC backs off, Photon Overcharge down, and Dayshi goes for a forward stim here. Targets down 1 of the sentries, actually backs off behind the force fields here. Very nice for him. And he stims forward to get the other sentry. And that's a pretty good start for him. 2 probes as well. And he took down 2 sentries, a Zealot, and 2 probes, then backs off. Nice dancing in and out of those force fields, and nice movement forward to pick off another unit or 2.
Yeah, yesterday we saw a similar attack on Overgrowth between MMA and Mana, and MMA was able to snipe down the Nexus because of the lack of sentries, I believe, and Mana was engaging pretty slowly against the Force, while MC had a perfect scout and obviously good force fields, and he knew exactly that the Nexus is not in danger here.
Yeah,
he's adding 4 gateways.
It's a lot, and a Warp Prism coming in too. Funny thing is there, I mean, a couple of seconds later, you know, if the force fields trap those units, the Immortals there, these units were dead, man. So
that's true.
It was a very tense moment there for Dayshi, and he did all right for himself.
Okay, so MC is getting a Warp Prism and Templar Archives behind this. He starts charge right away when Blink is finished. He almost has no Blink Stalkers on the map. It's only 4 right now. So the Warp Prism with charge, if Dayshi is out of position, will be able to do a lot of damage. But first of all, MC has to defend here.
Dayshi, yeah, he's going to challenge these 2 Immortals, I think. He had a scan and move forward towards this. He has a quick look at that third base. He's no third base. MC does have Blink, though, so Dayshi's got to be very careful of mistakes here because he will get punished once again like previous. He pokes forward, doesn't stim his units, doesn't lose a unit, tickles the Assimilator, then backs off. But there is that Warp Prism swinging around here, and Dayshi's overly aggressive stance is going to prove to be a problem here.
The Archon drop!
Not again!
Sun! It was Sun, right?
Sun
was doing it. The Archon drop.
But Dayshi is on his return back, and it is going to be the Archon double Zealot drop. As we've seen this once already in this round of 16.
Oh man, you better make sure that the Warp Prism doesn't die, MC, because that's an expensive one right now. Even saving the Archon is very important from what I saw when Sun was playing it. It's definitely playing with fire.
Well, MC's going to move out, take his third now. The Observer inside the main base does see the double starport.
Dayshi is extremely scared. He's getting the triple bunker and the Ghost Academy. He's sitting on 2 bases. He's not saturating his third right now. He's afraid of an attack.
Yeah. He's got good map vision, fair play. He could have better map vision if the Marines actually took the Xel'Naga towers here.
Yeah.
They've decided not to.
Yeah.
He'd had better map vision there. Probably could have, well, maybe he spotted the Warp Prism, but he's under no threat right now. That Warp Prism patiently waiting to pounce for a good strike.
He's waiting for Dayshi to move out.
Does MC's composition work, though, against Widow Mines and Ghosts already been added in?
When I play it, no. When MC plays it, it will work. But no, actually, I wonder as well. For me, it doesn't work to play like this anymore when the Terran understood what you are doing. And the Warp Prism is flying in right now. There are not that many SCVs at the third. So the Archon...
Zealots and Dayshi's being pulled back here by MC. And here comes the Archon drop. And Dayshi's like, you are joking me.
Oh, the Widow Mine. Oh, it's actually... Can it target down the Warp Prism?
Oh, one hit on it. It is low, but it is going to escape. Archon, 5 kills.
Oh, and MC's complete army is going back for this. This is so annoying for him.
14 kills in this.
Yeah. You know what happened? The second Widow Mine shot actually got a lot of splash on the SCVs, so every single Archon shot killed like 1 or 2 SCVs.
Oh, what a simple maneuver there, but it's worked wonders. There's a lot of SCVs slaughtered on that third base, a lot of lack of mining time, 14 SCVs in casualty here. And now MC's built up a pretty decent-sized force tier. He has Storm in this mix. He has 2 Storms available.
Yeah, it's not that much, though. 2 Storms is nothing if you face a Terran with...
Widow Mines, Ghosts.
Ghost and Scan, for example, if he... Obviously, that's if the Terran gets a good engagement.
MC knows exactly where this army is. He sees with his observers. He's going to try and take the best opportunity here and the best fight he could possibly take. And he goes for it. Well, half the army isn't there, and he breaks into the first half of this army and then decides to pull back as the rest of Dayshi's army comes. And 1 good EMP right now.
He has no EMP. He has no energy for it. He has to use Snipe, though. He's running into one of the Storms there, but he's getting the second High Templar.
1 High Templar down. There are no Storms right now, and Dayshi's chasing this. There's only Immortals here. Obviously, Immortals are very, very good here. Force fields are pretty good as well. Just kind of escape here, but where does MC go? Dayshi's going to drop onto the natural here. The Militia Corps there.
He has to he needs to bring his units.
He's so far out of position. He's got to break down this debris at the back there. He's going to take a lot of losses to his probe line.
Oh my god, this is insane. This move by Dayshi is actually probably winning him the game, or at least dealing so much damage. And
the Immortals are still stuck on the outside here.
Yeah.
And there is a couple of Storms coming to help defend, though. They need to land onto this army. Dayshi's got to dance his way around. And he misses that Storm, really. Gets a bit of a...
There's 1 or 2 more Storms. Actually, he didn't deal that much damage. I'm really surprised. His focus fire was not on top there. I was expecting either the Robo or maybe one of the Nexus falling.
But Dayshi's got his infrastructure really working well back at home. He's at a decent supply. He's got a lot of units. He's got 2-2 on the way, but Very surprisingly, MC doesn't take that much damage there, despite that really ballsy move. When is the time for Colossus? When?
It is time, I'd say.
These EMPs are going to shred everything. There's so many of them now.
Man,
How many are we talking? Okay, I say that. There's only one ghost, so maybe not.
Yeah.
I thought there'd be a lot more than
he's
that.
adding 3 more, and that's actually maybe the time MC needs to get more High Templars on the map, more cannons, to be safe against any kind of aggression here from Dayshi. Daishi's ahead, only 10 supply. He's a little bit supply block right now. He has to wait for his depots and his CC to finish. And I really think he should have or could have used this opportunity to kill a bit more, maybe even flying over to the third. There was no defense at all.
Yeah.
But obviously it's not that easy as a player. Flying in like this. It's not happening every day.
He's got to be very careful here. He's got dropped to the left-hand side. It has been spotted. Double cannons on there to prevent this. He has a scan, looked at this army, weighs it up. Is this a fight he wants to take? As he's moving around here, he stims on that right-hand side and he's getting a couple of Zealots for free. But MC's got a lot of units here.
High Templars from the left side are maybe dropping some beautiful storms if Dayshi stays there.
That's a good attack here from Dayshi with his 2-2 upgrades here. Kills off a lot of those Zealots, but he's just missing those crucial EMPs. The 3 ghosts are coming to join this army. And there's another 3 on the other side of the map, so there's 6 in total. Oh, this could be bad for MC. MC, you got to be so careful walking down this pathway.
Yeah, the Archons are out of position here. They're going to get EMP'd, I believe, and will be sniped down very quickly. There we go. 2 of them are dying right away. And MC, the Mothership Core is down. There's no way to retreat. You have to fight now. The Time Warp is actually preventing a little bit of damage here.
Another snipe. There's still like 3 or 4 storms, though. Good EMPs coming from the left-hand side. Kind of get onto the Immortals, but not the High Templar. But look at Daishi's fighting on a high ground. MC can't even see up there right now. He picks up the majority of his units. One stim on the leftover ones, but where's Dayshi going?
What a scrappy fight there.
Uh-oh, 4 High Templar.
All the feedbacks are dropping, but none of the medivacs are actually dead.
But the Immortals swinging around this right-hand side here. They're going to meet up with this Marauder force again. And Daishi's boosting her in. What a crazy game here, the decider, to see who gets eliminated, who stays in this group for another game.
And MC getting 8 Immortals, 9 Immortals in the mix and making it work. Look at this army.
Yeah.
It looks so scary. Where's Daishi's? Actually, Dayshi lost so much. He has to evacuate his 4th base.
77 army supply to 102 for the boss toss. And we know that when the boss toss smells an opportunity, he goes for it. And this could be one. He's got to be very careful not to get EMP'd.
Where are the Widow Mines? He stopped his Widow Mine production for a long time.
Yeah,
I only see a
one.
single one with his army right now.
MC's about to complete very shortly, +3 armor as well.
Yeah, and +2 attack is on the way. Dayshi does have 2 upgrades, but he's not... Okay, just now he started his +3 attack.
And EMP on that front. High Templar on 3 Immortals. He scans and sees the rest of this army. Some good EMPs there. About 6 of these Immortals are without shields currently. He needs to get rid of the storms, but oh, nice storm there from the boss toss. But still, there's a lot left over from Dayshi. Can he break the Immortals? He's going for it. That's a great set of the storms coming from the right-hand side here, and he gets right up close. Daishi's going for it. He's targeting down the Immortals, but is he going to have enough firepower to actually bring them down here? A close fight between them, but it looks like Dayshi is just about going to have to pull back. I guess the Immortals after going down, the Archons were left to deal the damage.
All the Immortals died, and I believe that was most of the firepower. So if MC can finish this game right now,
Yeah.
this is going to be hard.
More High Templar, more storms, another one lands on that army. Some SCVs coming to help defend here. And another one lands as well. The Zealots getting right up close and personal. +3 armor. It's going to be very hard to bring these down. And MC has a chance right now.
Yeah.
He's warping everything that he has. SCVs are pulled off the line. SCVs versus Archons. Oh, that's not so good.
No.
And they're going to get picked off immediately. And it looks like the boss toss with another good warping of Zealots here is going to break Dayshi in a tense game here. He's broken the 3rd base, which is the economy right now for Dayshi.
Yeah, he's dropping a few mules there, but the army's already there, and it looks like MC made it work. He made this army composition work. It's crushing Dayshi right now. He's losing almost every single SCV.
Yeah, every single mule.
Yeah.
There's only a handful of units left now for Dayshi, and he's going to pick up 2 of them, and they get spotted immediately and get picked off immediately. And that's probably the nail in the coffin, the last set of units that were trying to go for some drop get destroyed, and I'm sure Dayshi is devastated right now. This could have gone his way, but it looks like it's swinging in favor of the boss toss, who looks like he's going to survive another game here. Unfortunately, Dayshi facing the last couple of moments of his tournament here in Season 3. The last stim, the last defense as the boss toss goes for it. And the Bossos has a lot of units behind this as well.
Yeah, he didn't need the Immortals to dish out the damage. He has enough Blink Stalkers right now, some beautiful storms. Another scan is going out, and I believe
On the 4.
this is going to be it, yeah.
Dayshi knows he's doing that thing with his lips. GG is called, and MC does not lose in the low bracket and will fight in the decider to see if he can take a second place to salvage today's group. Dayshi with a valiant effort, though.
Such a crazy game. That fight on the bottom left looked so close, but obviously MC had so many gateways and I think around 1,000 minerals, so he was able to reinforce so quickly afterwards. Like, spend all Chrono Boost on gateways, just get more units.
Yeah.
And crush the Terran.
So close, but so far for Dayshi. As unfortunately he's eliminated here for the second time in the round of 16. A good show from him. Of course, maybe not being so much against 4GG, but that one can be written off. But a decent game there versus MC. Yeah. And there we have it, the low bracket. Unfortunately, Dayshi eliminated. MC moves on. Final thoughts for that series here before we head over to MC for a couple of words?
I don't know. It was very nice to watch. And I'm surprised that he made it work on the third map. Against Ghost, against 2-2 upgrades for a while. And he just crushed him.
I guess he's just lacking the oomph from extra Widow Mines, the oomph from extra Ghosts for the majority of it. Building a lot of Marine Marauders, but not building the right units.
The right units to counter the exact composition that MC had was basically Archon Immortal with a lot of charge shots and a few High Templars. It's not like he had 10 around. It was mostly like 4, maybe 5 around to drop a few storms.
All right, well, that is the result there. Let's head it over to Red Eye, who's standing by with a winter, not yet, winners interview.
Yeah, not quite winter, but with MC. I just talked to you before we came on, and I said, were you worried? And you said no. Why?
Why should I? Do you have any reason? Why am I scared?
I'm asking you why you weren't worried. I would be worried if it were me and I lost the first map, but you're the boss toss, so is that why you don't worry?
Yeah, of course. I know how to win.
You do know how to win. We know that about you, but when he wins the first game and he mana drops as well, it's like, what did you think?
In the first game, I thought he gonna base trade, but he didn't. So I lost first game, but I saw his mule, and maybe he had something mental broken because he lost 20-0 against 4GG. So it's okay. My mentor is like iron, so yeah, it doesn't matter for me.
Okay, so it didn't matter. Game 2, much better, more like the boss toss that we know, so it's 1-1. Game 3, what a crazy game. It just, were you worried at any point when he was dropping and going crazy with all the stuff, or were you always really confident you could win that game?
In the third game, I just want to show you guys, I don't need F Colossus. So it was just my way. I don't need F Colossus.
Okay, I think everyone got that. I think they know what that meant. But it's very good of you because you've sworn before. Because we've been talking about this, haven't we? About swear words, and it's getting better. I like that. So, okay, Stardust or 4GG next?
I prefer 4GG because my PBT is best in the world. So, and Stardust doesn't matter because first match I was really nervous. I don't know why, but after lose, I try some sleep, like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and now no nervous. So, yeah, first match I did many mistakes, so I lost. So, in the decide match, I can't lose because I'm not nervous.
Okay, well, it's good to hear. I want to talk to you about BlizzCon a little bit. I mean, I know it's a little way away, it's a few weeks away, but you're qualified, which is great. So, looking forward to it? Are you already practicing? Are you already planning?
I just want just other guys, it doesn't matter for me. I want to play against Jest because I think his best Protoss in 2014. So I want to beat him, and I want to play with him. So it's just my focus. Other players is little bit noobs.
There you have it. Other players, a little bit noobs. But Zest, he's pretty good, according to MC. He's going to be back a little bit later on as he faces the final game in Group D for a place in the quarterfinals. Next up, though, it's Stardust going head-to-head with 4GG for the winners of the group. And don't forget, this weekend is also a bit of a Blizzard fest. It is the road to BlizzCon as it continues, courtesy of our friends over at DreamHack, with coverage of Hearthstone and World of Warcraft.